Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to move on into math with bar graphs. So, I'm going to watch a video. Just hold tight.
A bar graph is a way to organize and show data. You can write the categories on the bottom. The 3 dinosaurs are the categories. Then you can write the numbers on the side. The numbers in our bar graph show how many people voted for each dinosaur. Let's see. One student liked the Stegosaurus the best, so I fill in 1 square. 6 people voted for the Triceratops, so I color in 6 squares. 7 people said the T-Rex was their favorite dinosaur. You can also put the categories on the left and the numbers on the bottom. You can display the same information in a different way so you can understand it better. How can you use bar graphs to understand information? Bar graphs help you answer questions. Which dinosaur did people in our class like the best? Right, the T-Rex is the most popular. Which dinosaur did people like the least? The Stegosaurus got 5 fewer votes than the Triceratops. You can even use the bar graph to figure out the total number of students who voted. Just add the votes from each category. 14 kids voted in all. I'm almost done with the survey.
All right, so that was bar graphs. And again, bar graphs is another way just to show data. So now we're going to do a few problems. Once everything loads, and then an exit ticket. So this is an example of a bar graph where the bars are vertical. These are vertical bars. And then on this side, you can see the amount of dollars, and sometimes it'll be by ones. In this case, you're skip counting by 5s. However, these little marks you are counting by ones. So we have our months, and this is, even though you don't see the top of it, the way it had to be screenshot, you couldn't just see the top of it, but it's how much money Cal saved in the months from February to June. So A asks, how much money did Kyle save in May? So that means I'm only going to look at the bar that's in May. So I'm going to count the bars so I can see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's not quite 35, but I see it's one below 35, so that's 34. So I'm going to put my answer right here. Just hold tight while I wait for the text box to load. Okay, bear with me, it's just technical difficulties, guys. Okay, and this is $34. Or you could do the dollar sign. All right. There we go. It should show, but it's not. So that's the answer, $34. So let's, oh, it's not showing. So that's the answer for A, $34. So in B, which months did Kyle save less than $35? So I see this is the 35 mark. Now I have to look at the bars that don't meet or match with the 35. So they're going to be below 35. So I see February. Another month is April. And the last month is May. So there are 3 months in total where he saved less than $35. And that's February, April, and May. Okay. So on C, it asks, how much more money did Kyle save in June than in April? Write a number sentence to show your thinking. So I'm going to do it down here, but I'm going to, so you can see the answer. So I see that in June, he saved $40. And I know that when they say how much more, that means I'm going to probably have to subtract. So I'm going to subtract with the amount of money that was saved in April, which was $23. And when you take away 23 from 40, your answer will be 17. So for part C, it is 17. Now, for part D, it asks, the money Kyle saved in blank was half the money he saved in blank. So I have to look and see which months look like it's half. So I'm looking at April, and I remember that it is $23 that he saved. Then let me look at March. March was 46. So if you do your doubles addition, 23 plus 23 is 46. So for D, the money Kyle saved in April was half the money he saved in March. All right, we're moving on to the next slide. You just have to wait for it to load, friends. Just hold tight. Okay, just gotta wait for it to load. Okay. The board is saved, but I just have to, just waiting for the slide to show. Just have to wait. All right, I'm just going to stop the share for right now just so that I can figure out the technical difficulties, but that doesn't mean I cannot still talk about graphs. So again, graphs is a way to show data. So the graphs can be vertical, but it also can go across horizontally. It will still mean the same thing. It's just the bars are oriented in the same way. It will show the same kind of data. So you can do a bar graph on favorite kinds of cereal, favorite ice cream flavors, favorite TV shows, favorite books. The list goes on and on. But yes, bar graphs is another way just to show data, to show and to measure data. So I'm continuing working with the technical difficulties with the slides. Again, these are things that sometimes with technology, you just can't control. So that is one reason why I am doing the, I just stopped the screen share. So I'm just going to continue to just discuss bar graphs. Okay, So again, bar graphs is something that you're definitely going to see in 4th grade. There are a thing called the x-axis and the y-axis. The x-axis always goes horizontally, and then the y-axis goes vertically. So again, that's something that don't need to really know in 3rd, but definitely in 5th grade, that's something that they're really going to teach. They will touch a little bit on the X and Y axis on in 4th grade, but they'll really go in detail with it in 5th. And I will show you guys that in just a moment with the different axes once my screen starts sharing again. So just bear with me. I'm going to go and just pull up the document, and that way I can be able to show you guys since it's not showing on here. So I'm going to open it as a document so you guys can see the problems. It's just the only thing is hopefully I'll be able to still type into the document so you can see the answers. So just hold tight. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do the screen share now since we got it up. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just go down to, we were on page 41. So hold tight. This is a large document. That is why in Schoology, I just stated to only look at pages 40 through 46 because it is a pretty large document. So we've already done that problem with the number of students in each class and the bars with that, and we've done Kyle. So right here, let's see. Nope, I don't need to highlight. All right, so right here is just a table. Again, we have already done this part A through D. So for right here, we have the months. So the months will go right here: February, March, April, May, and June. So in February, he earned $30. So $30 would be put right there. Then for March, he earned 46. So you would write March and then $46. And then right here, April, he earned half of the amount that he earned in March. So it's $23. Then in May, he earned $34. And then in June, he earned $40. All right, so right here is an example of a bar graph that uses horizontal bars, meaning the bars are going across. So in this case, we're getting the data on Charlotte's reading minutes. So it's from Monday through Friday. And then the number of minutes, again, the numbers in this case is skip counting by tens, but it can count by ones, it can count by twos, it can count by fives. Again, that's why you have to pay attention to the bottom or to the left-hand side to see how the numbers are being counted. So the first question is asking, and ignore the number line. So we're focusing on number 5. Part A, it asks, on which days did Charlotte read for the same number of minutes, and how many minutes does Charlotte read on those days? So again, that means I have to go and look at my graph, my bar graph, and I noticed that there are 3 days that line up equally with each other. And I noticed it was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So now I need to see how many minutes did Charlotte read on those days. And from the looks of it, she read 50 days. So the days that she read the equal amount were Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and the amount of minutes were 50 minutes. Now we're going to look at how many more minutes did Charlotte read on Wednesday than Friday. So Wednesday, she read 55 minutes because it was in that halfway mark between the 50 and the 60. So that is the reason why on Wednesday it's 55. Now on Friday, she read 25 minutes. So I have to subtract 25 from 55. Going to give you some think time to subtract 25 from 55. If you said 30, you are correct. All right, this is the exit ticket of favorite ice cream flavors. Again, you can use different examples to show data with using bar graphs. So this one is another horizontal bar graph. So we got our flavors, which is vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, and butter pecan. And then we have the number of students. And again, it's skip counting by tens. So again, disregard the number line. So part B asks, write a number sentence to show the number of students who voted for butter pecan, vanilla, and chocolate. They didn't say we have to find the answer. They just said write the number sentence. So, which is the problem. So if I am going to combine the number of people that chose butter pecan, vanilla, and chocolate, that means I'm going to add. So with butter pecan, I see that it is 25. So my number sentence would be 25 plus 50 plus 35. That would be my number sentence, and I could say equal T, meaning the total number of those ice creams. You could use any letter as a variable. So that would be your answer for that. You just have to find the number sentence, meaning you would just put your number sentence as 25 plus 35 plus 50. My apologies for scrolling. I was scrolling a little too fast. And that was actually the only part for part B. Now, as a challenge, you can add those numbers up together to find your answer. So today, you will be completing the Wales activity sheet. So hold tight. I was going to go to courses so you can see it. So hold on, my computer is thinking. So I'm going to go to courses. Go to math. Now going to May 11th through 15th. Going to Monday. Just have to wait till things load, guys. Sorry, my apologies again. So you're going to go ahead and do the math independent practice, and that is with the whales. So I'm going to open that window. Open it in a new window. And again, you can do this on a sheet of paper. It's perfectly fine if you can't print it out or you can't complete it on virtually. Perfectly fine. So you will be doing this sheet with the largest whales and answering those questions. All right, and you only answer questions on page 1. So that is it for today's math lesson. And tomorrow we will continue with doing pictographs, which is pictures, gathering data using pictures to represent the numbers. And as always, I hope you all stay safe and you all have a great day.